James, what you think about all of these people are now coming out that used to work with Puffy and working around ex-bodyguards, ex-artists, and they all telling these stories. I heard an ex-bodyguard on another platform say, ask Usher. He know what happened to him at Diddy Camp. Ask Usher. He know what happened. My point to all of that is, if you saying that, that's one thing you and I can say about Suge. We ain't seen no weird shit like that happening. And we didn't tolerate nothing. And what would you have done if you have saw something like that? But now all these bodyguards, when they mad, or the ex-employees, or are just mad at Puffy, now they coming out with these stories. I look at them as just as bad or as complicit if he saw something like that or something inappropriate happen to Usher.
You asking me the wrong question because I'm going to give it to you 100.
Well, give it to me 100.
Everybody that worked with Death Row, everybody's seen the homies or whomever fucking with young chicks, them little young girls.
We're talking about
just
boys.
Women.
Okay.
Or doing whatever.
Okay.
Or just out there living foul. We got men in the penitentiary right now, R. Kelly, right now. He ain't the only one that had this chick, that chick, and this chick on the plane doing certain shit. So all of this shit in the music industry, in the movies and all this shit, it all coincides with the same shit, Reg. Everybody is following some bullshit. Now, these bodyguards, all of them see everything that's going on because I'm your right
But now
hand.
you want to tell it.
But wait a minute, let me finish. Now that, and I said it earlier about Death Row, my departure, whatever happens with us. People get sour and then people want to take shit and lash out and hurt. But when you was involved with that, when you was seeing that, when you was opening the doors for this situation, when you was getting a check for doing this, you didn't say shit. But now that Puffy ain't fucking with you or this man ain't fucking with you, now you want to jump on everybody else bandwagon that have something to say negative, and everybody is maybe getting paid for it. I don't know. But if you know this shit was going,
but they mad.
Yeah, but if you was doing this shit and knew what was going on 5-10 years ago, that motherfucking mouth should have still been shut. I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, I got a problem when anybody protecting molesters and predators. And I think these guys are opening themselves up to a situation because they don't know what they're saying. I don't think they realize what they're saying.
What you mean? You don't think they know what they're saying? They know exactly what they're saying.
If I come up on a show and say, when Usher was at a Diddy Camp and he knows what happened to him, I'm going to let him speak on it, and all of that. Diddy Camp mean that he was underage, and that means something happened to him. He talked about the male on female stuff when the girl gave the blowjob, and then Puffy kissed him. So what is it covering? It obviously wasn't no male on female thing that he was talking about because he was willing to talk about that, but then he didn't want to talk about the thing that he said allegedly happened to Usher.
Reg, can you honestly tell me that being with Death Row, being on tour, going to certain places that you know or I never seen shit that was foul? Or I'm telling you, what I'm saying to you is everybody is involved in this type of lifestyle. Are you gonna run across it? Is that an accurate way to say it?
If somebody I would have shot somebody if I would have seen them molesting a little boy.
No, I ain't saying. So you'd have turned him in? You'd have
I would have dealt with it.
Okay. I ain't never seen him do a boy, but I seen
that's what we're talking about.
Young women looking like grown women.
16, 17-year-olds was doing things back then.
Right.
In the 90s.
I'm just saying, if you've seen anything that your boss is doing that's foul, you should be accountable for the shit too, because you never went to the police. You never told them motherfuckers that this is what he doing. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you get one person to say he doing it to me, let Usher come out and say, this motherfucker was raping me.
He insinuated that.
Okay, that was my question. Insinuation.
But I ain't talking about Usher. I'm talking about people that's coming out with this shit now.
Same thing. That's exactly what I'm saying, Reg. We got to think about it. Now, me and you about to argue about the bullshit, but it is what it is. Motherfuckers is out here in this business foul. You got men thinking they can do what the fuck they want to men and women, and they doing it. It's just fucked up to me. It's sad to me that you see when you go on social media, you see all black people talking about black people. This dude bringing this dude down. It's a lot going on.
That's true.
Should Puffy go to jail for the shit he doing? Only if he accused of it.
If he investigated. Well, okay. And so we have different opinions on that.
Yeah, we damn sure do.
And like you said, I know you're insinuating that there were young females, 16 or 17-year-olds, that were having sex with men that was 25, 26
if you talking
around
about
death row. But I'll say that happened quite frequently in the 90s. It will be my response to it.
if you talk about one situation, because everything locks in, male, female, boy, girl, whatever, it's all the same shit. Now they're coming out, men saying that they've been sexually assaulted by another man. And not just one time, it's over years. You shouldn't say shit. You out here doing songs as if you this gangster motherfucker, you this real man. You got a wife and kids. Don't come and talk about this dude now. Suck that shit up and be done with it. But they out here is for a reason. I don't know what the reason is. I don't understand why these men are coming out saying that I was raped.
Well, people will say because the Illuminati, which I don't believe in. I don't believe in Illuminati. I believe in higher powers, but not Illuminati. The Illuminati is not protecting him anymore. And they, ever since he had that issue with the alcohol beverage company, once they split and parted ways, now he's not protected. That's why people coming out with all the allegations against him and suing him. I don't think it's because of that. I don't believe people were protecting him like, the Epsteins and stuff like that. However, it's something that was going on, but I just wonder on this timing, what is the reason for this all going on? Is it karma? People talk about karma a lot. Is it because God is getting him for knowing all the stuff with DVD coming out?
But
what you think is the reason?
One thing I looked at it is I pay attention to patterns. The majority of the successful black men, some way, somehow,
get brought down.
They get discredited.
That's true.
And they wind up in prison or wind up lost somewhere. Why is it that as soon as a man get to a certain statue, you got another man coming to bring him down? Puffy, billionaire, millionaire, whatever the fuck he is. Karma is a motherfucker. I believe in karma. At some point, when you do people the way you do them, and you be fouled, just like when we was in the streets. If you beat up a crackhead, that crackhead gonna hate you forever. And this is what's happening with these people. You mistreating these people, you mistreating these women, and now they want retribution. Now they are talking like, fuck you. And he got a problem. You know what I'm saying? But Puffy had this problem a long time ago. This dude had this problem a long time ago. Do I feel sorry for him? In a sense?
Now, when you talk about problem, you're talking about the sexual problem?
He had a sexual problem,
okay,
and everything else that go with believing that you above everything. You know what I'm saying? He really believed, how many times he changed his name? You know what I'm saying? So he been dealing with things here. I seen him on the awards, and he was so loaded and talking, and they just get to this level, and then they ball out recklessly.
Okay.